Hello, good day everybody. This is part 2 of the video on always happy. Part 1 is something that I brought a couple of days back, and this is part 2 where I'll bring in practical ways in which to embody this whole mindset of being always happy. However, as a quick reminder, there are two foundational things which are very essential for one to be always happy. First is making happiness as a choice. There's a choice which one has to make before one can be always happy. And the second is taking life instead of race, a grace of Lord. And I think that these two foundational things actually anchor one towards always being happy. Now here are a couple of tips that I have tried and have found a fair amount of success with them, and I'm sure you all will find it too. The first and foremost is the whole thought of making happiness as a choice is something that has to move to every day, daily. One has to make that choice to be happy. And how do I do that? Every day when I start my day, I have a couple of prayers which I do. One is thanking Almighty Lord for giving me one more day to make an impact in the world. And the second is before I even take the first step out of my bed on earth or on floor, I thank Almighty Earth for allowing me to step on it. Now that helps me to really start the day well. And every day when I end, I go to bed with one prayer that Almighty Lord, please help me to do more of whatever you think is the good or right thing that I have done in the day, and please help me to overcome everything negative or everything wrong that I might have done. Now these two things at the start of the day and end of the day helps me to keep anchored throughout the day. When you do it every day, you slowly keep refining yourself. The second thing is, under any circumstances, help spread goodness, spread smile, be more thankful, express thanks. Many times it is said, you can do it in normal circumstances. How do you do it when you are in pain? As they say, pain is something which is inevitable, will always come in everybody's life at some stage or the other. But then, while pain is inevitable, the suffering is optional. That's an option that you have. I can share my own personal example. I have undergone more than 150 chemos. And it's a fairly painful thing. I don't have to elaborate that. But even in that, while in the hospital undergoing chemo, I always smiled at the hospital staff. I always thanked them from the bottom of the heart, not a lip service, thanking them for everything that they were doing. I personally believe it helps spread positivity, love, compassion, but also makes one more and more happy. Focus on positivity, focus on finding solution. There will always be difficulty, there will always be problems, but more thinking about only problem and negative side of it does not help. It puts you in a negative state and comes in way of being always happy. So look at solutions. Redefine your success measures as something which is more internal, more which gives you peace and happiness, rather than those which are possessions, cars, bungalows, more physical possessions, houses. That is certainly one way of looking at success measure, but redefine them more on what gives inner peace. Somebody the other day, in fact, commented on my part 1 of the video that, oh well, then it's better to cry in a BMW than cry on a bicycle. Here what I'm actually proposing is you don't need to cry. You always will be happy. So it does not matter whether you're on cycle, you're on car, you're on aeroplane, or you're walking. So redefine your success measure. Have heart-centered goals. Heart-centered goals are something that gives you inner happiness. When you spread love, when you spread happiness, when you spread compassion. That something makes you internally happy. So make heart-centered goals. Do small acts of kindness. Small change, small acts actually ripple into big change in you. I'm using this word act. Read it also as acting. When you actually start doing them, you actually do pretty much things which are not natural to you. So you are acting. That's the way I say small acts of kindness. Open the door, say thank you more often, smile to everyone, ask about well-being of theirs before anything else. These are small acts. When you do, they actually bring in big change in you. The other one is empathetic listening. I mean, someone is going through a difficult time. The least one can do is empathetic listening, and that is something which actually helps the other person and makes you happy. The other big thing is let go of the need to compete all the time. You don't have to compete with everybody. You can be good to everybody and be your natural self. Don't have to compete in everything with everybody. The last one I would say is find joy in giving. Joy in giving, not money, I would say. Joy in giving your time, joy in giving your attention, joy in being present with others. So when you find joy in giving, it only multiplies and you start giving more and more, and that puts more and more happiness in you. I believe I've shared some of the practical tips that I've been following in some shape or form. I haven't reached a stage which I can say I'm always happy. I've started by saying I'm more or less 70% there, but I believe you can add many more practical ways of being happy and take your life into a state where you are always happy. Thank you very much.